coming, to the end of our presentation. But let us look at the world, the world at large. We see that there is a thing of ever expanding technology today. The world is being pushed into a system of technocracy. The technocrats are running the world, whereby technology is going to be used to control people, disempower people, destabilize people, and even destroy their health, right? So yeah, man, these people are busy right now. What they are doing is this thing, they want to take this technology and just implant it into human bodies so that human beings will become, some controllable biological devices. This is what they are doing. And they are going to make that a law. That no, if you don't have that microchips, you don't gonna get a job. Your child is not gonna be enrolled in school. You are not won't gonna get any governmental services. Instead, you'll become an alien within the country. This is what this thing can, grow up to, and by then it will be hard to contain it. We saw a lesson during the COVID pandemic period. Right, we saw lessons whereby giant private corporations controlled the world. They told your government what to do. Democracy, or let me say so-called democracy, was suspended during the COVID pandemic era. Right? People were forced to stay at home. The economic growth of people was stripped away. The rights of people, they were just trampled against, just like that during that time. But yeah, that was a testing moment. A worse is yet to come. Look around. The expansion of technology is not just weaponized against African people, against Asian people, against people of the third world, because these people that run the world order or disorder, let me say, they don't care who you are, whatever skin color, whatever so-called race you belong to. All they care about is only themselves. They are busy funding things that they intend to use to destabilize humanity all over the world, to take away the power, to transform human beings into something else. This is called transhumanism. This is what is happening. Look at the expansion of AI, artificial intelligence. Algorithms will soon become a god, so that you won't be able to do anything without the consent of algorithm. If anything, you won't be able to do anything if you don't have algorithms within your body. If you don't have this artificial intelligence put into your body. This is a plan that they are working on. And we don't want to be self-honest as human beings of whatever color, whatever religion, whatever citizenship or tribe or whatever race. We don't want to be self-responsible as individuals. We don't want to be self-responsible collectively as human beings. Instead, we are participating in an agenda that is designed to destroy us. We are busy sweating, participating, sacrificing so much of ourselves into this agenda that is designed to destroy us. Usipoziba ufa utajenga ukuta. This is the topic that we are talking about. All we are saying is, at the end of the day, we will wake up only to find that we've been hijacked. These people, they've put serious boundaries. They've put serious laws. Remember, apartheid was a law at some point. It was a law that if you are black, you don't go to certain spaces, right? You don't do certain things. You don't own certain things. It was a law. The Groups Act law, right? It was a law that you cannot live or stay in a certain place. That was a law. It did not end there. Worse is yet to come. But not just for South Africa, but for the entire world. Because we are having this group of mafias that have given themselves the power above everybody, but they've been using racism. They've been hiding themselves under, the Caucasians, a group of people, so-called white people. They've been hiding themselves for centuries and centuries. They've been enslaving and using these so-called white people, as their own pawns, to achieve wickedness, immorality, iniquity, evil against humanity, right? Then they use the idea of racism to manipulate the so-called white people, using them as slaves to build the kingdom of evil in this planet, to conquer other continents or places or people. But I'm telling you, right now, they don't care whether you are white or black or yellow or brown. Right now, they are revealing themselves to show you that they don't even belong to the vibration of this planet. Their consciousness comes from somewhere else where we don't know, where there is no empathy, there is no compassion, there is no respect for humanity, right? There is no respect for order and sustenance thereof. Instead, they create all this disorder, destabilize order in the planet. They fund the wars. If you ever remember the First World War, the Second World War, and even before the First World War, there were lots of wars that were fought, tribal wars in Europe there. These people, they were fighting against each other. But little did the 99% of the Caucasian people themselves know that they are just being used by this 1%, if not less, population that owns the means of production, that, created these things, geographic spaces, slave camps called countries, therein in Europe, before they could go to what is America today, India, Asia, and Africa here. They introduced, practiced, structured, perfected this pervertry, the perverse, iniquity, immoral, evil agenda against humanity. They perfected it in Europe first, using Europeans themselves. After then, they turn against, and blindfold the Europeans, by playing a race card to say, no, you are white people, you are angels, you are closer to God. Anyone else in any other space is a barbarian. We Africans, they call us baboons, etc. We have to go and conquer those people. They even created an environment whereby some white people have no choice but to join these mercenaries. Right? They created diseases. If you go to history, study the history of Europe, you find that there was a point which actually coincided with the period of colonization of Africa. There was a point where there was serious poverty in those countries. People were sleeping in the streets, wearing cardboards and plastics. There were serious pandemics, diseases. It was not easy to live in Europe. Some of them, they were forced to just join the mercenaries, and they were told that, no, we are going to conquer, so that your generations can live in the heaven on earth. But right now, all we are saying is they no longer need you, even you so-called white people. They don't need you. They don't need you Arabs. They don't even need you, you black politicians. They have new servant, which is the artificial intelligence. They are perfecting this thing. And they are using this technology against everybody. Right? So this is a time, this is a moment whereby kufuneka siyinuka amakhwapha as human beings. Kumele siyinuka amakhwapha and be self-honest and realize that something is thinking around us or in us. If we don't take an action right now as human beings, we'll wake up one day to find ourselves being serious, literal livestock in a farm. This world is going to be literally turned into a farm whereby this group of a few individuals who run the world so-called order, will be controlling us, will be telling you how far you can go, how much you need to eat, wherever you need to go, or whatever you need to do, wherever you need to go. They're going to limit and control everybody. Remember the COVID pandemic, it didn't just hit African people or Indian people, it